Hello and welcome back to another video on my channel, and today's a bit of a different one. I thought of this idea a while back and I thought I'd get it done now I've got some time to. This was meant to go out on Wednesday, didn't quite get it edited in time though, so it'll be out Thursday morning. Apologies for that, the daily videos have already ended. Can we get 10 likes on this one? Please do subscribe if you are new. We're still hoping for 1,000 by the end of the month. It probably won't happen, but you have to dream big. This one, we're going to predict where every current League One football club will be in 10 years. So at the start of the 2031-32 season, where I think each one of the League One teams will be. Now, we'll start this video with Accrington Stanley. Now, Accrington are a bit above their club's size, but I think they'll be fairly safe in the league they're currently in. I think they'll be in League One in 10 years, but I still think they'll be at the bottom end of it, about 19th, 20th position. Then we have AFC Wimbledon, the real Dons as they like to call themselves. They're a club that are definitely punching. They obviously FA Cup winners back in their day. They used to be a top division side, but this is the new Wimbledon. It's not the old one. There's not as much backing. Their new stadium is looking very good, yes, but I don't think that'll be enough. I think they'll be in League Two in 10 years, a mid-table or playoff chasing side though. I don't think they'll be struggling in League Two. I just think they will be there. That could have been after, yo-yoing between the two divisions, and that's where they're then at that point though. Now the third team is Blackpool. Now Blackpool are enjoying quite a successful season this one, chasing down the playoffs with a game in hand. They're in them at the moment, and I think they'll continue this vein in the next couple of seasons. By 10 years time they will be in the Championship. Now, I don't think they'll be in the Championship like Barnsley, pushing for promotion to the Premier League again, but I think they'll be there. I think they'll be a low-end Championship side, possibly 19th, 20th position, maybe 21st. I think they will be staying up in the Championship, but they will be there, and that is all they will care about. I think they may do a couple of yo-yos from League One to the Championship back again, but I think by this point they'll be established there. Now, the next two teams are both going to be in the same division. We'll start off with Bristol Rovers, but also Burton Albion. Now, both of these sides are predicted to be in the exact same way. I predicted them both to be a League Two sides, and both of them to be top-end ones as well. I think in 10 seasons we'll see these two clubs as first and second, or second and third in League Two. I think they're very good football clubs, but they're not quite going to cut it. And Bristol Rovers are looking like they're going to go down this season. I don't think they'll be in League Two for long. I don't think they'll stay in League Two for 10 years. But I think they'll yo-yo between the two, as Bristol Rovers tend to do. And Burton will finally get back to where they've kind of been for their history. Now we move down to Charlton Athletic, another former Premier League club that's currently sat in League One. I think they'll be in the Championship as well, and I think they'll be a mid-table established Championship side. They may not get up for the next few seasons, but this could be they get promoted in 8 years, but then they're mid-table within a season. But I think they'll be a mid-table Championship side in 10 years. Now the second team with a C is one of the only clubs in England with an X in the name as well. Is Crewe Alexandra. Now I think they'll be in League Two as well. I don't think they'll be able to hold out in League One and keep their journey going. Definitely could. I'm not writing them off, but I've got to predict where I personally think they're going to be. Personally, I think they'll be in League Two, but they will be a high-end or playoff side by that point. They move on to another playoff chasing or promotion chasing team every year in League One. That's Doncaster Rovers. Now, Doncaster have been hoping to go up to the Championship for quite a few years now. They've been hoping to get it. They were there for a period as well, but now they're in League One. They're not doing well. I don't think they'll be going up this season. But by 2031, I think they will be in the Championship, and I think there'll be a low-end team in it. I think they'll be 20th or 21st in League One. In the Championship. I think they'll just about do it. Whether or not they get there, come back down, and then go again and get there again, I don't know, but I think they'll be there by then. Move on to Fleetwood Town now, who are a club, again, punching way above their weight, but I don't think that'll matter. They've got a very, very well-off owner. They've got a good stadium now at Highbury. They've got a good fan base, not necessarily the big one, but they've got a good fan base. Ben, if you're watching this video, I do respect Fleetwood. As a result, I think there'll still be a League One team back then, not back then, in 2031, and I think they'll be mid-table as well. Maybe they might have dabbled into the Championship by that point or dropped to League Two, but I think they'll be back and they'll be in League One and in mid-table. And we move on to Gillingham, who are enjoying a good season actually this season. They're just outside the playoffs. I don't think they'll get them though because of games in hand. And I think Gillingham will do what Gillingham always do, and they will stay in League One. I think they'll be here for the next 10 years, and they'll be a mid-table side, continuing on in what they love to do in 2031. They're a side that's always there. Then they don't really go down, don't really go up, but they're there. They're a bit like Burnley in the Premier League. They'll have their dabbles with Europe, dabbles with relegation, but they're always in the Premier League. For Gillingham's sake, always in League One. We'll move on now to Hull City. Now, I'd like to start off the second half of this video by saying sorry. My phone, complete storage, so there's no storage finished. Battery's fine, but it cut anyway. I finished recording this whole video, looked to edit it, and it wasn't there. So we're going to quickly start again. Hull, they were in the Premier League a mere 5 years ago. I think they're going to be Championship mid-table in 10 years. I think they're maybe even playoff chasers by then, but it's not easy to stay in the Premier League, as most teams know after getting promoted out of League One. They'll be hoping to get there and stay there. I think they'll struggle, but I think they'll be able to do it in the end. The next team is Ipswich, who've got new owners as of today. That'll be good news for them, an American consortium. Good luck to you. I hope they do get back. But I think they'll be Championship mid-table in 10 years. That's where they were before relegation, pretty much. They had that one bad season and came down with Sunderland. So I think, they'll be Championship mid-table in 10 years. And then we have Lincoln, and I'm going to go quickly, and League One bottom half, I reckon. They'll be in League One still, but not doing as well as they are at the moment. Then MK Dons, who I think will join their fellow Dons, the new Wimbledon, in League 2, and I think they'll be mid-table in League 2 as well. Northampton, I think, will be in League 2 as well. I think they will be at the bottom end or mid-table of it. They're not doing very well recently, bottom end of League 1, not been a good season. I think they'll be a bit of a yo-yo team though, going up and coming straight back down. But by this point, they'll be a bottom end or mid-table League 2 team. We move on to Oxford, who I think will be the exact same place as the team after them, Peterborough. And I think Oxford and Peterborough will be at the top end of League 1 in 10 years. I'm not saying they won't make it to the Championship before then, but I think if they do, they'll come straight back down, or they'll only be there for a couple of seasons. And I think in 10 years, it could be their first season back after relegation. It could be that they've been in the League One for the whole 10 years. They could have been in the Championship for 2 years in the middle of that. I don't know, but I think Oxford and Peterborough will both be at the top end of League 1. Now Plymouth, the next team, are the weirdest one, because I've put them in two positions. I wasn't sure, because they're such a yo-yo team. I've put this as League 1 bottom end or League 2 top end. There'll be one of them, because Plymouth, one of these sides that go up, go down, go up, go down, go up, stay up, go down, stay down, go up. It's very, very much yo-yo. So I think they'll be in one of them. They'll either be relegation zone or just above in League 1, or chasing promotion in League 2. We move on now though to Portsmouth, my team, and I'm not going to be biased here. I do think we'll be in the Championship by then, but I don't think we'll be flying necessarily. I think we'll be a very much mid-table Championship team. I don't think we'll be there to battle for playoffs. It could happen, but I don't think it will. I think Pompey, in 10 years, I'd probably be happy to be a mid-table established Championship team. We could go up, come down, then go up again. I don't know how we'll do it. But in 10 years, I think Pompey will be starting out in the Championship for the 2031-32 season. We move on now though to the last 5 teams, and we start with Rochdale, who are the team I've put the lowest down out of anyone. I've put them to be in the bottom end of League 2. The only reason I've done this is because they're not having very good seasons recently. They lost their target man, key man, didn't replace him. That is of course Ian Henderson. So I think they'll be going down this season. They may come back up, but I think they'll go down again, and I think they'll be a bottom end League 2 side in 10 years. Now we move on to Shrewsbury Town, who I think will stay relatively as they are now and be a mid-table League 1 team. They do it a lot recently. I don't think they'll be in any danger of relegation promotion in the 2031-32 season. They may have gone down, come back up in that time. They may have even gone on a ridiculous season and gone up. But I think they'll be mid-table in League 1. Now for the big one. I know I have a lot of subscribers from this club on the channel. Obviously that is Sunderland AFC. Now I think in 10 years, in 2031, your team will be located in the Premier League. I think you'll be back to where you belong. I think you'll be back in the Premier League by 2031. Whether or not that's your first season back or not, I'm not sure. But I think you'll be in the Championship next year. Whether or not you can make it back to the Premier League in shorter time than that, I reckon though you'll be in the Premier League bottom half by then. Whether that's established Premier League bottom half, whether that's first season you've come up, I'm not sure. But with Dreyfus as your owner, he's very rich, very young. He's definitely got Sunderland's interests at heart, and I think he'll be carrying you back to the Premier League eventually. We move on now to the last two sides. First of those is Swindon Town. I think Swindon will be a mid-table League 2 team. It's where they've been quite a lot, and I just think they'll continue that. And finally, it's Wigan Athletic. The team Pompey defeated last Monday. And I think there'll be a top-end League 1 side battling for promotion along the likes of Oxford, Peterborough in that season. I just think Wigan, they may be going down this season, but they'll rebuild and they'll be back by then. And they'll be back with the new owners, back battling to get back in the Championship. They might even be there by then, but I think it'll be top end of League 1 for Wigan. Now, thank you for watching this video. It does mean a lot, as always, for you to click on it, like it if you have. Please do as well if you are new. Do leave a subscription down below. It doesn't cost anything. It simply is just a button that you have to press. Maybe notifications as well if you want to know when I'm going live or uploading. There should be Europa League predictions out at some point if those games are on this week. I think they are. So they will be up. But thank you for watching this video. Once again, can we hit 10 likes? And I will see you in the Europa League predictions later on today. Thank you all.